I think it's also important to show that there is your first love that you will experience, whether you dated someone, whether you had a massive crush on them. Everyone that comes into your life changes your perspective on something, and they can change your perspective on love. Hey everyone, welcome back to Candid Cinema. I'm Amanda, otherwise known as AMX NDA Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. Today I will be reviewing the new television series, XO Kitty. Now, if you are a huge fan of To All the Boys I've Loved Before, that whole trilogy was just adorable, and if you love Lana Condor as much as I do, that was one of the best things that Netflix had ever done. So now this series is a spin-off of their youngest sister named Kitty, played by the lovely Anna Cathcart, who really knows how to hold her own in this series specifically. I really enjoyed this. It took a while to find its footing, and it kind of reminded me of Never Have I Ever, which is a good thing because Never Have I Ever is on its way out, like it's on the last season. So to introduce XO Kitty right now while Never Have I Ever is leaving, I thought that was a really nice touch that they did. The more I watched, the more I understood these characters, the more I really connected with these characters. Of course, in true gimmick fashion, in To All the Boys I've Loved Before, Kitty wants to go to KISS, which is a Korean boarding school that her mother went to, and she feels that she is the only one in the house right now because Lara Jean and Margot are both out of the house. They're out living their lives. And Kitty's like, I want to do something. I feel so alone here and I want to find myself. So she says, I'm going to go to KISS, which is the Korean boarding school. And she's going to try to reconnect with her mom that she wasn't able to kind of connect with when she was younger because she lost her at a very young age. And not only is she going there for her mom, but she's going there for her first love, Day, who was her pen pal for the past 4 years. And she's like, I want to go surprise them. He's my boyfriend and all of that, yada, yada, yada. So Kitty goes and she has an incredible experience at this school, but of course there are love triangles. There are different relationships that form, different things that she learns about herself, but there are multiple storylines that are kind of intertwined that you don't really expect, but I think it was written extremely well. Obviously, Jenny Han, the creator of To All the Boys I've Loved Before, she has her own hand in writing certain episodes, writing certain things. She did have an overview of which direction she wanted Kitty to go in, and I think that they did a really good job with this series. First and foremost, you take Kitty and you take her out of the environment that she's been in with her family, and she goes to Korea. So first of all, the cultural aspect of this is really nice to see. I love that there was a mixture of speaking Korean and, speaking English. I really like that it was really fluid, switching back and forth, and I love that. You're learning a whole different culture. You're learning a whole different way of living at this boarding school, and I thought that was really interesting to watch, especially with Kitty, trying to adapt. But there are many international students, as we see, fortunately for Kitty, that all come to this boarding school who know Korean, who don't know Korean, but they're still there trying to learn from the best of the best teachers because this boarding school is really highly acclaimed. There were really good aspects there. It is 10 episodes. They are half-hour long. I do think that it ran a bit long towards the end. I think they took too much time with the gimmick at the beginning. There is this couple who ends up dating and it's a fake relationship, but not in the way that Kitty's used to. So that ends up hurting her, but she ends up discovering herself and finding new pathways, finding a lot about herself, but more importantly, finding out what her mom did at this boarding school, who her friends are, what her legacy is. I love that there were so many moving parts. I love that it felt like little puzzle pieces coming together. The entire show highlights queer representation, being closeted, trying to figure out your identity, figuring out who you are in the place of your family, really. And there are multiple characters here who have different experiences and different journeys. And I think that my absolute favorite aspect of this is seeing the bisexual representation in the most accurate form. I really enjoyed seeing that in this series. It felt very natural. It was a very natural story progression. And I liked that they incorporated that here because it is complicated now. And there are so many people that don't know how to share these feelings or identify who they are. And I think that it's important to show that in television series. More importantly, you have a great group of kids who have fairly decent chemistry, but what this teaches us is that everyone is there for the other person no matter what. It was a very natural way to tell each other things, and I liked that. It didn't feel awkward. Sometimes, like when you're writing for teenagers, the pieces of dialogue can come off a bit weird because you're trying to get the millennial word choices. It just doesn't flow properly, but I think Jenny Han did a great job here. I would love to see another season of XO Kitty. Absolutely love it if they would do this. I think it's also important to show that there is your first love that you will experience, whether you dated someone, whether you had a massive crush on them. Everyone that comes into your life changes your perspective on something, and they can change your perspective on love. And in this show, that's what it explores. It shows you what first love means on multiple levels. And you realize that it's that all-consuming, like heartbreaking love, but you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay because this is the first one out. There's gonna be so many love stories for you to experience over the years. And that's what XO Kitty shows extremely well. There are a lot of characters that you will grow to love. It's a great group of kids. Anna Cathcart, man. The girl is amazing. She's so fun. She's so lovable. That's what's so great about Kitty, is that she genuinely wants everyone to have their love story. She's the matchmaker, but she gets to be happy too. It doesn't have to be hard for her all the time, but she's just so mature for her age that she realizes the different sides of love and relationships at a very early age, and that's why she's so mature about certain decisions that she made throughout the series. Please watch it. This is such a lovely extension of the wonderful trilogy by Jenny Han. To All the Boys is one of the best trilogies on the platform, and I really, really enjoyed this. I'd probably give it, out of 10, I'd give it, maybe I'm sitting at a 7.5, 8 out of 10. It did take a while to get into it, and then it did drag. It's a weird thing with the 10 episodes, considering what the story is and where it goes. So I think they could have tightened it up a bit. It could have been like a quick 8 episodes, but it's okay. We got 10. So if you guys enjoyed the trilogy To All the Boys I've Loved Before, please let me know how you would rank them. Let me know which one is your favorite. If you guys watched XO Kitty, let me know if you want another season. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. You can always follow me over at AMX NDA Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. And if you guys want to help me grow this wonderful channel, there are ways to do so below. I'll catch you guys next time. Keep watching movies.